Hi, Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to bring you the July 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Pisces for sun and rising placements. Hello, Pisces. How are you? It's Cancer season. This is actually an energy that's really harmonious for you, as Cancer is the cardinal water sign and you are the mutable water sign, and you guys make a harmonious trine to each other. So easy, fast flowing energy. It opens up all of the feeling and spiritual centers, creative juices are flowing, all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about that and then get into some of the other transits that are hitting hard for July. So Cancer season is hitting the area of the horoscope for Pisces that rules our relationship to self-expression and creativity. It's the fifth house in the chart. And we also start out July with Mercury and Venus here. Mercury is not going to be here for much longer, as it finishes its stint up by the second and then enters the fixed fire sign of Leo. But having the sun, Venus, and Mercury here has really kind of enhanced your ability to lean into your creative energy, your relationship to your own inner child, how you express yourself, how you lean into joy, pleasure. All of those themes have been highlighted for you during Cancer season. The other energy that we have starting out July is Mars in Taurus. And the area of the chart that this has been hitting for you is the area that represents your relationship to communication, neighbors and siblings, and also short distance travel and our frontal lobe perception of learning, simplified learning, that kind of stuff. Mars passing through the third is not the easiest transit. It can lead to conflict in communication dynamics. So Mars is going to be in Taurus for the first 3 weeks of July. And there's some turbulence around communication and how you are, maybe even processing information. Mars in Taurus is a little bit slower moving. It's more practical and pragmatic. Pisces is not really a sign that likes to be practical and pragmatic unless you have a lot of Earth placements already. I have a Pisces moon, but I have a ton of Earth energy. I've got Mars and Mercury in Virgo. I've got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Capricorn. So I personally, as a Piscean person, really enjoy Earth dominant stuff. I like practicality. I like organization. I like reality. I don't have any issues with what's tangible, but Pisces energy is the opposite. It likes things that are, more delulu, intangible, fantasy, those types of things. And so, with Mars and Taurus, it might be kind of forcing you to get a little bit more practical, more grounded, more tangible about what's possible right now. And depending on what kind of Pisces dominant you are, that might be frustrating and hard. It's a lot more fun to lean into art, creativity, and fantasy and kind of chase that side. But having to sit down and do things that are practical can be frustrating when that's not something that you feel like doing. Taurus is the workhorse, it puts the practical work in. My dog, I think, needs to use the bathroom right now. I'm going to try to get through this video and then take him outside. He was so lazy this morning. We slept in and cuddled. And then I tried to get him to go outside early this morning and he refused to go. He was like, I'm just going to sleep here. And now I feel like he's ready. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of a video. Anyways, so, you're being asked to kind of get more practical and grounded in the work that needs to be done in the material. So that could be frustrating if it's not something you like to do, or it can feel like a relief that you finally have energy to focus on that and do that. On the second, Mercury is going to enter Leo, and the area of the chart that's hitting for you is the sixth house. It's the area that rules health, our way that we're of service to others, our relationship to pets, and also how we organize and structure our day. In Leo, we're pleasure seeking. We want to feel love. We want to feel romance. We want to feel creativity. We want to feel joy. Leo rules the heart and the spine. So your heart health and your spine health is really important while Mercury is passing through here. And that comes up, as a reflection, like, how can I do things that support good heart health and good back health, good spine health? Also on the second, we have Neptune stationing retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces. So Neptune has been in your sign since 2011. We've had Neptune in Pisces for 15 years. And Neptune is going to do its last retrograde in Pisces before it moves into Aries in March of 2025. So Neptune will be retrograde from July 2nd until December 7th. And at this anaretic degree point, this critical degree point of 29 degrees, we're wrapping up a story that started 15 years ago. The area of the chart that this hits for Pisces is the area that rules our relationship to our identity and our sense of self. So what was your identity 15 years ago? And how is that identity transformed and changed now? And what are some things about yourself and your relationship to self are you feeling a transition with? Those are themes for you. The other transit that we have at the beginning of the month is going to be a new moon at 14 degrees of Cancer on July 5th. And the area of the chart that's hitting for the Pisces horoscope is that fifth house energy. So if you have creative goals, artistic goals, things that you're trying to get moving forward around your self-expression and building confidence, this new moon is a really positive time for you to set intentions towards the things that you want to manifest and cultivate into your life around those themes. After that, we're going to have Venus entering Leo on the 11th and joining that sixth house where Mercury is. And this is really positive for you in terms of putting routines into place that bring you joy, taking good care of yourself, your health, how you're of service in the work that you're doing, and finding more confidence around how you express yourself in the work that you're doing. So that's a really positive energy for you to be experiencing. And Venus will be here for the rest of July. The next big shift of energy that we have is on the 21st, we're going to have Mars entering Gemini, and we're going to have a full moon at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So this Capricorn full moon is actually going to make an inconjunct to this Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And so if we think about that, like your identity is getting hit by this Capricorn full moon, and the Capricorn full moon is happening in your fifth house and 11th house axis. So the moon will be in the 11th house, and then that sun is, in the fifth house. And it's at 29 degrees where something is ending and something is wrapping up. And for the horoscope for you, that 29-degree point in Capricorn is on the cusp of your 12th house, but it's been, the moon's been passing through your 11th house. And if we think back a month ago on June 21st, we had a full moon in Capricorn at 1 degree. So it was at the beginning of the sign. And now we have a full moon a month later at the very end of the sign. So at the beginning of, that cycle in June, we were in a place where setting intentions towards what we wanted to call in and manifest was really supported. Now this full moon happening on July 21st at 29 degrees is a really positive energy for what we want to release and let go. I'm sorry, it's not making an inconjunct to that Neptune. It's making a sextile to that Neptune. Said the wrong thing. So for you, the energy that's kind of being called to focus on for the full moon is, in the 11th house, cusp being the 12th, what needs to be released and let go in terms of the people that you're surrounding yourself with or the community that you're around that isn't serving you anymore, that you need to have more confidence to move away from, and how you need to do things that are more in alignment with your identity and your sense of self. My dog is having a coughing fit right now. He's got a cold that he's been battling for 2 months. We're going to the vet again on Friday. He was doing so well today, but he gets these little coughing fits. And I bought him an air purifier and it doesn't seem to be making a difference. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's some of the themes of the full moon for you to be focusing on. Then Mars entering Gemini. So Mars is going to finally be leaving Taurus in that area of the chart where it's been making communication dynamics maybe a little bit more turbulent. And then it's going to enter your house of home and family where Jupiter already is. If you were planning on moving, there might be a little bit of turbulence around this. If you have a home and you're trying to do renovations or you're trying to sell a home or buy a home, this energy is very ramped up and amplified, but there's definitely going to be challenges. So it's almost like you're supported because Jupiter is here in terms of expanding and growing beyond where you've been, but then Mars is here. And then we're going to have Mercury retrograde during a lot of this Mars transit here. So there's definitely some turbulent waters happening within the home structure. Then on the 22nd, we enter Leo season, and that sun is going to be moving into the sixth house and, highlighting where Venus and Mercury have been with your health, how you're of service. Again, it's a good time to focus on getting, structure and routine in place in ways that make you feel empowered and joyful. And then shortly after that, on the 26th, we're going to have Mercury entering Virgo, which is the opposite of you. Mercury in Virgo opposes Sun in Pisces because Virgo and Pisces are the polarity of each other. And we also enter the Mercury retrograde shadow period around this time. So Mercury is going to move into the house of relationship And this is going to be a time where you're going to want to communicate more with people that you're in partnership dynamics with, whether that's a romantic partner, business partner, best friends. All the communication and need to kind of sort things out and talk things out is enhanced while Mercury is in this placement of the chart. I'm going to leave you there and tend to my dog. He's definitely in need of potty breaks and some attention right now. It's really distracting for me. I apologize. But I hope that this month treats you well and that you're able to, kind of get some good health routines in place, since that's very supported for you. Oh, wow. Somebody started playing bagpipes in the neighborhood. Living in Hollywood is crazy. Can I just say, gosh, yeah, bagpipes. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's super loud. If you want to book a one-on-one session with me, I'll have my email in the description box, and make sure to hit like, subscribe if you want to get notified on when I do these videos every month. All right, good luck. I'll see you guys next month.